Okay, let's unpack this. Today we're doing a deep dive into the 12th chapter of Romans.
Hmm.
Our mission really is simple.
Hmm.
Just pull out the core principles, the practical guidance that's right there, and see what it offers for your life today.
Yeah.
We're jumping right into a really foundational idea. It presents this call for personal transformation.
Right off the bat, it talks about offering our bodies as, quote, living sacrifices.
Okay, living sacrifice. That sounds, well, intense, maybe even a bit contradictory. How can a sacrifice be living?
Exactly. But the text clarifies it's not, some kind of physical ritual. It's deeper. It calls it our spiritual act of worship.
So it's not just giving something up, but offering your whole self, like your
Mhm.
actual everyday life,
Yeah.
as worship.
That's the idea, a continuous active offering of who you are. And this offering is tied directly to um, a really vital internal thing.
Okay.
The text gives this contrast. Do not conform any longer to the pattern of this world, but instead be transformed by the renewing of your mind.
Okay. So the transformation isn't just outward stuff. It starts inside. A mind makeover, basically. Why is renewing the mind so critical here?
Well, according to this chapter, that transformed thinking is what lets you actually discern what God's will is, his good, pleasing, and perfect will.
Right.
It connects your inner state directly to understanding your purpose.
That makes sense. Change the way you think, change your perspective. Okay, so once this personal transformation gets going, Romans 12 shifts pretty quickly, doesn't it, to how this affects like our connection with other people.
Yeah, it uses that really strong analogy, being one body with many members, but these members do not all have the same function.
That's where the personal change meets the community then.
Exactly. It applies that body idea straight to us. So in Christ, we who are many form one body, and each member belongs to all the others. It's a powerful picture of unity and belonging together, even with all our differences.
Those differences show up as different gifts, right, depending on the grace given. It lists things like prophesying, serving, teaching.
Encouraging, yeah. Contributing to needs, leadership, showing mercy. It's quite a list.
It is.
And what's interesting is it doesn't just list them, it says how to use them. Like,
Yeah.
if it is serving, serve. If it is teaching, teach. But also the way you do it.
Ooh, how so?
Well, like using prophecy in proportion to your faith,
Yeah.
or when giving, give generously. If you lead, govern diligently. If showing mercy, do it cheerfully. So it's both the gift and the attitude behind it, all for the common good.
Okay, so transformed people using their unique gifts
Mm-hmm.
together for the good of the whole body. But how do you actually live that, day to day when things get messy?
Right, and the chapter really brings it down to earth there. It hits us with a ton of really specific, practical commands.
Yeah, it does. It starts with love must be sincere. That sounds foundational.
Absolutely. Not just a feeling, but sincere action. And this love isn't passive. It means actively hating what is evil and clinging to what is good.
Active choices. Hate evil, cling to good. What about interacting within the community?
Gets even more specific. Be devoted to one another in brotherly love. And this one's tough. Honor one another above yourself.
Wow. Honoring others above yourself. That's pretty countercultural.
Definitely. And it prepares you for hard times, too. Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, faithful in prayer. Standard stuff, maybe, but crucial.
And then it gets really challenging dealing with people who are, like, actively hostile.
This is where it gets really radical. Bless those who persecute you. Bless and do not curse. Just think about that. Wishing good on someone hurting you.
That feels, almost impossible sometimes. And there's a direct instruction on handling conflict, isn't there?
Yes. Do not repay anyone evil for evil. Instead, actively try for peace. If it is possible, as far as it depends on you, live at peace with everyone.
As far as it depends on you, that's an important qualifier.
It is. And then maybe the most shocking bit about dealing with an enemy. If your enemy is hungry, feed him. If he is thirsty, give him something to drink.
Which leads right into that powerful sort of final instruction for handling difficult situations.
Exactly. The wrap-up principle for engagement. Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. It just flips the script on our normal reactions.
So that was a quick run through, but hopefully a helpful deep dive into Romans 12.
Mm-hmm.
We went from that call for personal transformation, renewing the mind, to seeing ourselves as part of one body with different gifts.
Right.
And then all those really practical, sometimes really hard commands about living out love, generosity, patience, peace, even towards enemies.
Yeah.
As you've been listening along, what part of that really hits home for you, or maybe feels like the biggest hurdle in your life right now?
For me, it's probably that last section, the practical living stuff, especially the commands about how to handle difficult people, opposition.
Yes.
That feels incredibly relevant and honestly really demanding today.
Yeah.
Agreeing with transformation is one thing, gifts in theory, fine. But actually living out that kind of upside down love day to day, that's the challenge.
It really is. And speaking of overcoming evil with good, here's something final for you to think about, building on that ultimate command.
Okay.
If the instruction is overcome evil with good, what could that actually look like concretely in the most difficult relationship for maybe the hardest situation you're facing right now?
Mhm.
What's one small step you could maybe take this week to apply that? Something to ponder.